Yo, what is up guys, Anthony here, back with another Destiny Child video. And in today's video guys, as you see here on the screen, we're on the Destiny Child moot page, and we're going to be going over the craft system guide that they recently put up after the June 11th maintenance. So yeah guys, I just wanted to give you guys a little more of an in-depth video on the craft system, as I know it can be a little confusing when a game adds a new system like this to their game. So here we'll be reading this craft system guide, and at the end of this we'll be going in game and testing it out for ourselves so you guys can see how it's like. Alright, so let's get on with it. Craft system is a content that allows you to enhance equipment items further by giving them options, weapons, armor, and accessories. Among the options that can be granted, there are various types like increase attack by when attacking with slide skills, add damage, and when attacking absorb damage as HP. Utilize the options to diversify your strategy. Next here we have required materials. In order to craft, you will need an equipment item that has been enhanced +5 or more times this, and the same type of crafting stone as the equipment item you want to provide an option to. Crafting stone. There are 3 types of crafting stones for weapon, armor, and accessory. They are used to grant an equipment with options. So you can see here, these are the 3 types that you will have for your weapons, which are the red ones, the blue ones are armor, and the green ones are accessories. So you will need these to grant an option to your equipment. How to get a crafting stone. Earn them as event rewards or purchase them at the store. Number 2 here, make them by combining suspicious ores and crafting tools. How to create a crafting stone. There are also 3 types of crafting tools for weapon, armor, and accessory. You can make crafting stones by combining suspicious ores and crafting tools. You will get the crafting stone of the same type as the crafting tool you used. So you can see here, you basically take the suspicious ores and you can craft a crafting stone with the crafting tools. And it's pretty easy to understand here. So as long as you have suspicious ores and a weapon crafting tool or armor crafting tool and accessory crafting tool, you can craft a stone here. So we can use the suspicious ores and the weapon crafting tools to make a weapon crafting stone. So you see here, convert 1 costs 15,000 gold across the board, and that's for each of them. Next here, to create a crafting stone, touch the convert crafting stones button on the item tab / option succession screen. You can set the number of crafting stones that you wish make for each equipment type and touch the icon to create them. So you can make as many as you want, just click the plus or minus here on each of the tabs and then convert. Next here we have enhanced equipment. Equipment must be enhanced to +5 or higher to give it an option. Each option slots gets activated upon +5, +10, and +15. So at a +5 enhancement you will have, this picture's kind of blurry, but at a +5 enhancement you will have 1 slot, at +10 you will have a 2nd slot, and +15 you will have a 3rd slot. Next here, how to craft. You can see here the Limos Trident has 1 slot available because it's at +5. And then you use a crafting stone here, so you can make them if you don't have any. Like I've said before, you can convert some here with the suspicious ores and crafting tools to make a crafting stone. And as long as you have 1, you can attach a stat to an equipment. So you see here, you can click add option and it will add a stat. Now there is a whole board of stats. Basically, I would say the best stats to get, you would like to have at least a C and above for each stat, and that is based on the first letter, not the second letter. As from what I've heard in the Discord and such, the first letter matters more than the second letter, so don't stress too much about the second letter. If you get a C and above on the first letter, feel free to keep that for now, as we have just gotten these new currencies, so we're pretty limited on them besides from the bonus limited time missions and such. Next here, if you use reroll function, crafting proceeds automatically until you obtain the desired grade option or the material runs out. So basically you're on the reroll option, you can reroll until a B rank option is added, or an A or an S. Now I wouldn't really do this for now. For now I would do manual rerolls, because a C and above is good for the new system, as it's recent, and if you're not a pay-to-play player, you're not going to have a lot of crafting stones or crafting tools to spam the rerolls. Now later on it'll probably be different, because maybe with the upcoming Ragnar Break and World Boss, we'll receive more of these crafting tools and suspicious ores. But right now we're pretty limited, so I would say focus on getting a C and above at least. And if you can't, then just at least get a stat on the board for your weapon or armor and accessory. Next we have options succession. You can transfer the options given to the equipment to other equipment you like. Options can only be moved to the same slot, and the target equipment must have that slot active. So basically what it's telling you here, that if you would like to transfer, let's say you want to transfer this E and B option from the Limos Trident to a different weapon, you can transfer to a target equipment here. So they want to transfer it to this fake scimitar, and you can, as long as you have one option available on the fake scimitar. So this weapon needs to be +5 at least to receive the enhancement from the Limos Trident. So you can see here it costs a weapon crafting stone to transfer, and you just click transfer options and it will transfer it to the weapon of your choice, or armor or accessory. Next we have option types and rates, and now there are a lot. Like I was saying, it varies by grade, and it goes based on weapon, armor, and accessory. So if you guys would like to read this by yourself, I will link this below, and you guys can find out which are the best stats for your weapons, armor, and accessories. Now it varies from grades E to S, so that's why I was saying maybe a C and above is good enough for right now, since it's a fairly new system. So guys, that's pretty much the guide on the weapon crafting system. So we'll now go in game here, and I'll show you guys how it works really quick. Alright everyone, so we're now in game, and I'll show you guys how the weapon crafting system works here. So you see here, I have already some stats on my passionate mic, I have some stats on this passionate mic, as well as this steel rose, and it does vary. So you see here, I re-rolled quite a bit for the B's and the C, so you guys can do this as well, but I would say at least try to get a C, like I've been saying a bunch of times. But let's start here with the armor, as today I just received the armor crafting tools. So you can see here we have 3 slots available because my enamel suit is +15. So now what you would do here is you go to the first option, and you can convert crafting stones. You see here I have 0, but if I click convert crafting stones, I have suspicious ores and crafting tools, so I can make as many as I would like. So let's say I'm going to make 3 here because I have 3 slots available. I click the 3 convert, and it will cost 45,000 gold and a few suspicious ores and 3 crafting tools. So now what we can do here is we click add an option, and it will grant an option to our enamel suit. So you see here we got a D and a D, which adds 2.2% of AGL to HP, and then we can do this for the second slot and the third. So we see here add option, and we actually got a C and a C here, which is pretty okay. When hit by a slide skill, 30% chance to reduce damage by 8.2%. Now that does sound pretty decent, so I'll keep that option on there. And then we have the last one here, which is D and D. When hit by a drive skill, 30% chance to add ignore defense, offset to 20. So basically what I would recommend doing here, if you have enough, or what you would feel free to, is to re-roll the first and third option here, since it's not a C. But if you're okay right now with just stacking up these materials, and you would like to re-roll your options later in the future when you do have more of these weapon crafting tools and stones, then feel free to save and hoard as many as you can for when you do feel like re-rolling for better equipment stats. But for now, I would say at least try to put 1 on each slot of your main teams, such as like your Double Rumble team, or maybe when Ragnar Break comes around, try to boost your weapons, armor, and accessories by 3, at least the 3 slots. So you see here I can add another option to my enamel suit. We got a C and a S, add a 4% of crit to HP. The next one here, we'll add another option, which is a C and a D. When hit by a tap skill, additionally reduce damage by 2.7% of defense. And then we have the last one here, which we can add, and we have a D and a. When hit by a slide skill, 30% chance to add ignore defense offset by 140. Now these stats, like I've said, they do vary. There are a ton of options. Now it'll take some time to figure out which ones are the best, but if you guys do feel like reading the post, I will link it below. I'll definitely link it below so you guys can check that out on your own time. But yeah guys, that is the crafting materials, the option attachments for the weapons, armors, and accessories. Now if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. So yeah guys, that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did find this helpful, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and if you're enjoying the Destiny Child content. So yeah guys, I will see you in the next video. Thank you all for watching.